oops, some shit happens and you do not believe in your own abilities at all. And now multiply this thinking pattern over thousands of situations. If you have thought in some way for 20 years, do you really believe that you can change in a couple of days? Hello, my name is Nick and this is a channel Could Be Different. Today we will talk about self-esteem. So what is self-esteem? According to Cambridge Dictionary, self-esteem is the belief and confidence in your own ability and value. So is belief a process? Today you believe that you are capable of doing things. Tomorrow, oops, some shit happens and you do not believe in your own abilities at all. And you need some time to recover from this state. American Psychology Association defines self-esteem as the degree to which the qualities and characteristics contained in one's self-concept are perceived to be positive. That's a brain-crushing definition, isn't it? Let's dig in. We have three issues here: qualities, perception, and self-concept. So I have some image of myself, all thoughts, cognitions, sensations about myself, all knowledge about myself. Am I capable of something? What are my limits? What is my identity in different areas of life? It is called a self-concept or self-image. It consists of some qualities. Then we have perception of all that knowledge about myself. I think I am capable to lift 40 kilograms weight in the gym. Is it good or is it bad? Am I a loser or a winner? Or I think that I have an ordinary body. Is it a positive thing or a negative thing to have an ordinary body? Let's imagine a whiteboard. It's your self-concept. Imagine that someone wrote down on this whiteboard some qualities. Who? We will talk about this a little further. And now imagine that you are looking at the mirror where this whiteboard reflects. This mirror can be made of different materials, it could be bright or dull or even crooked. So the reflection in this mirror would be bright or dull or crooked also. This is how our perception of self-concept works. We all live in some map of reality, system of coordinates. X mean Y, the sun is yellow, and so on. Okay, what all this have to do with my self-esteem, you can ask. You wrote down all these words on your whiteboard. You crafted this mirror. In the childhood, we create our self-concept with help of our parents and another significant adults. Usually we copy their words, behavior, ideas and cognition. It's how we learn. Then we begin to explore the world. We play, fall, do many little steps, and each step has some feedback. We run and we do not fall. It feels great. We run, fall, and then stand up. We feel persistent. We run, fall, cry. We feel weak. We run, fall, cry, get dirty, then some reassuring from our parents, and it's okay. We learn that it's okay to get dirty sometimes. We run, fall, cry, and do not get any reaction from our parents. We feel abandoned. Of course, it is a simplified model. There are hundreds and thousands of different pieces of experience and our perception of this experience which influence our self-concept. And what do you think about how our experience influences our self-esteem? The main point here, self-concept is not a static thing, it is a dynamic process. It is a way how you think about yourself. The second point here, it is always you who think. So I can start to think in a new way about myself and everything will be cool? Unfortunately not. As I said before, we can't live without a system of coordinates, without some map of reality. For example, I have an ordinary body type. Do I? Or I have a slim body type, or even skinny. Each of these words has its own meaning and emotional color. We describe our reality with certain words, and we begin to believe that it is not a map of reality, but a reality itself. If you want to know more about the map of reality, feel free to comment and I will cover this theme in the next videos. Imagine a computer. You think a thought about yourself in some situation. Your mind goes to the folder words I describe myself. Pick some sentence, for example, I'm not good at science. Then it goes to another folder, what is good and what is bad, where it sees a sentence, being good at science is good on the shelf. Then your mind takes some calculations and concludes, I'm not good at science, so I'm bad. Then you feel sadness, shame and desire to eat the whole burger and fries. Just kidding. This phrase, I am not good at science, so I am bad, is an example of complex equivalent. Oh, what a tricky little bastard it is. Look, there is a logical bias in this statement. The first thesis doesn't cause the second one. And now multiply this thinking pattern over thousands of situations and many years of experience. It is a scary landscape, isn't it? Each of us tells a story to ourselves during the whole life. And with each paragraph, with each chapter, the way how we tell this story influences our self-concept and self-esteem. Of course, our self-concept and self-esteem are influenced by our families, childhoods, surroundings, and life obstacles. But we are the narrator of this story. We are able to clean up all the mess and to learn step by step how to think about ourselves in a new, more positive manner. It will take some time, believe me. If you have thought in some way for 20 years, do you really believe that you can change in a couple of days? It requires some cognitive efforts and motivation. It is a learning process, like learning how to play football or ride a bicycle. But you will manage. So, how to improve your self-esteem and rocket to the sky? As I told before, maintaining self-concept is a process. It is a dynamic and changes during our whole life. And self-esteem also is a process. Things we perceive as achievements and victories improve our self-esteem. Things we perceive as failures or misfortune ruin our self-esteem. So the point is, you can't improve your self-esteem once and for all life. But you can learn the skills how to work with this area of your life. It is a more effective way, because you become more resilient. You are able to support yourself when you are at the bottom and to balance yourself when you are at the top. So, what are these skills? First of all, analyze and be aware of your inner talk. Remember the image of computer I talked previously in this video. What is inside your folder, my cognitions about myself? We all have this inner talk. Are those cognitions actually yours? Are you comfortable with them? Are they valid and true? If you behave in a certain way in several situations in the past, does it mean that you must behave in such a way for the rest of your life? I don't think so. Write down a new one cognition about yourself and find some facts in your life which support it. Become an advocate to your past. You acted as good as much resources you had in the past. Blaming yourself could harm your self-esteem. If you had different resources, you would act in a different way in the past. But you hadn't. Become a supporter to your present. Imagine that inside you there is an inner child who needs support and nurturing. And you can give them either denial or acceptance, support and love. You can become their inner family. You can manage how you perceive your actions and behavior. When you feel the urge to criticize yourself or feel negative, Ask yourself, do I want to strengthen myself or to weaken myself? Do I want to be an ally or an enemy to myself? If you want to support yourself during hard times, you can use my free relaxation hypnosis video on this channel. It has many powerful methodologies inside, so feel free to use it. We all have different background and experience, and in some cases it would be easy to restructure your self-concept and to improve self-esteem. In other cases, it would require a walk with a therapist, and it is normal. Let's summarize. Self-esteem is not a thing, it is a process, a cognitive skill. We recreate and maintain our self-concept on a daily basis without noticing it. And we are capable of managing our self-concept and self-esteem with awareness and self-care. It takes time to learn new ways of perceiving yourself and supporting your self-esteem. And it is worth doing. Thank you for watching this video. Please share your opinion, questions or experience in the comments below. They are very valuable for me. And I will answer all the questions in one of my next videos. If you're interested in any new topics on this channel, also write in the comments. Please like and subscribe, it will help me in developing this channel and creating new videos. And remember, it could be different.